Today we're going to talk about the Soldier Careers Sharpshooter talent tree from FFG Star Wars RPG Age of Rebellion in the core rulebook. So the Sharpshooter, yeah, you could spend all day making comparisons to the Assassin from Edge of the Empire, and I was going to, but really, surprisingly enough, this is one where a really weird type of character just sort of springs forth from it when looking at what they have for me. I can't get it out of my head. I want to focus on that part of it. First of all, they're just as good with range light as they are range heavy, or at least potentially. I mean, the only real variance is that we have deadly accuracy, which means you pick a skill, specialize in it, and you do more damage in that skill, so you're going to have to pick one of those two. Except for the fact that we have another rank of, or another instance, I guess, of... No, it'd be rank, right? Whatever. We have another deadly accuracy, so you can pick range light with one and range heavy with the other and be really good. Pistols or rifles, you're really good at both. You would think the ultimate sharpshooter should be good with a wide variety of weapons, I guess, at least in the context of a space serial action adventure kind of a thing. But really, I think focusing on the range light aspect of the character actually makes it more interesting because we have a couple ranks of sniper shot, and this will allow you to, through a cost, increase the range of a weapon, which, yeah, you could turn a long-range weapon into an extreme range weapon, and, you wouldn't have to take up a hard point by putting a scope on it to get that, or whatever other attachment does that. I guess that's nice to have, and yes, you could use it in that way, but really, because we have two ranks of it, I kind of want to take a pistol and turn it into a sniper rifle, and be like this pistol specialist who's so good with their hand blaster that it's like they're a long-range sniper or something. So take a heavy pistol that's at medium range, and you're making extreme range shots with it. That's kind of cool. I like that idea. And that's probably what I would focus on. And we have a lot of ways of putting out more punishment that will apply to any type of weapon. Might as well be your pistol, right? Including, let's see, we got a couple ranks of a talent that will make your critical hits more severe. We also have a couple ranks of one of my favorite combat talents, aside from deadly accuracy, True Aim. It makes your aim maneuver just way better, especially when you have two ranks of it. That's insane, and also it kind of just feels right. If we're making our pistol sniper, which is what I would want to do with this character, True Aim just works thematically, and also mechanically, it's a wonderful talent in and of itself. And it costs you two maneuvers, but you can massively increase the range and accuracy and damage of your blaster pistol, or rifle too. I want to focus on the blaster pistol, just because it's weird and it adds a bit of flavor to our character. We also have a talent which technically adds a bit of extra damage onto minions or rivals. So basically, if you hit your opponent, well, there's a cost, you might not hit your opponent, but if you hit your opponent, then they're kind of crippled. They suffer a crippling blow, which means they take strain every time they move, and rivals and minions, they don't have a strain threshold, so instead they would just take a wound, so you can add a bit more damage onto minions, especially if they're running away. I like that. We also have a pretty significant agility focus to the character that goes beyond the obvious, they're a ranged damage dealer. We have two talents that will use your agility. One, where you can do more damage based off of your agility with a high cost. Another, where you can decouple the existing characteristic from a skill and replace it with agility, so you have a higher chance of succeeding. And it's a shame you can only do that one every so often, like once per session, because there's a lot of cool creative stuff you could do with that. I mean, for one, there's the obvious, I don't have my range weapon, but I need to take an enemy out fast. Okay, I will brawl them, or whatever, take an improvised weapon, use my agility, even though I have a poor brawn, and take them out. Add the targeted blow agility bonus on top of it, and now your agility helps you in a big way, doing out massive damage, which we'll come back to that. But every once in a while, you can snap victory from the jaws of defeat with a well-timed acrobatic punching thing. But also, this works even better with, like, talking checks. You could do a charm check based in your agility to seduce someone. Hey, Spacer, how you doing? I don't know how to be agile, but your character shows off their physical capabilities, flexibility, to charm someone. Just like casually lifting their leg above their head while they're having conversation. I don't know how flirting works, but I assume it could work. It would work on me, that's for sure. But even better than that, you could do an agility-focused coercion check. Have your character do like a backwards crab walk down the stairs. Do they have stairs in Star Wars? Down the stairs like Exorcist or Grudge style. Maybe paint them in makeup or something. But you do like this weird uncanny valley physical thing that no human could do or alien could do. Freak someone out like they're in a horror movie. I just like stuff like that, and this of course makes me think, okay, what is the kind of person who would employ these tactics on a semi-regular basis? Pair it with a weird approach to a weapon, sniping with a pistol, and we have what really calls for a somewhat eccentric assassin kind of a character who does weird, creepy things just to unnerve people around them, perhaps other party members. You could do some fun role-playing stuff with that. And I think what works really well with this, instead of using deadly accuracy for your rifle, you're a pistol person. You like your pistol. Instead, do that second deadly accuracy with brawl. And so you always have that weapon, that ability to punch someone or choke them out with your legs or whatever. Some weird acrobatic stuff. Or maybe you have a melee weapon. There's fun melee weapons with like attachments that you could put poison in, or there's gloves with like hidden needles in the consular book, I think, which is a weird place to put it. Just another tool in your toolbox and just a weird kind of iconic thing with hidden needle glove. That kind of fits this character, actually. Creep them out with your backwards crab walk horror movie Grudge type stuff, then stab them with your hidden needle poison glove, and of course you have an easy time doing it because of the talents which use your agility plus deadly accuracy combined. You can put all your eggs into this one brawl check basket and be really successful with it. And the pistol I like, off the top of my head, one I always really liked, I think it might be short range though, but it's a double-barreled pistol, like a hunting hand cannon sort of thing from the Aces source book, and it's linked so you can get 2 hits with it, so that could be really helpful. It does have a higher than average chance of running out of ammo, so, deal with that. And it might be short range. You might want more of a medium range for this character, because you want to be able to get up to extreme range with your pistol. I mean, you don't really have to. It's just cooler for the character. You're making extreme range shots with this double-barreled hunting pistol. Anyway, we do get a little bit of help at tracking targets, so this makes for a good bounty hunter character, especially the specific one I've been describing, but just in general, if you aren't making this weird character I'm talking about, just a good damage dealer with a little bit of tracking, a nice alternate choice for a bounty hunter without actually playing the bounty hunter career. And not a lot of defense, sort of feels like a squishy, maybe glass cannon, kind of an assassin type, except there's no stealth, which I really want to make a stealth assassin character with this, so maybe supplement it with a stealth-focused tree, or even assassin from the Edge core book. They have some stealth, right? Anyway, overall it's a really good damage tree, especially if you play a type of character that's sort of in that wheelhouse I described. I think I just did a video on this in the Q&A. Is that released yet? Talking about finding a character in the mechanics, and this is a great example of it. Hey, you! Shirt! Buy it.